Welcome to, we're not really in Atlanta, Georgia, so we're going to call ourselves ECHOPARK and You'll Like It Speedway for the USORL Cup Series, round 2 of season 13. It's the Crow, it's What's for Dinner 150. And this is your Fast 29 Countdown to Green, presented by Cure SMA. Beautiful look at the ECHOPARK Speedway from high above. Chris Pickett here with you alongside the boys, Dale Barham and Jamie Zalecki. Boys, we are at ECHOPARK. This place used to be a 1.5 mile quad oval, wore out surface, but they've reconfigured the place, made it into a baby super speedway. Dale, this is your home track. Tell us what we can expect tonight, bud.
Plenty of side-by-side action. These cars, you know, the initial interest in turning Atlanta to a super speedway drafting style track was met with a lot of intimidation, you know, but honestly the racing here has been better than both Daytona and Talladega. These guys have plenty of room to make moves, like there's less chance of fuel saving. You're gonna see wall-to-wall side-by-side action all night long.
Jamie, new surface, what can we expect pit stop wise?
I think we're going to see a lot of pit stops. We're going to use all the tires. We're going to use all the fuel. We're going to use all the spare parts back on the truck. We've seen many backups rolled off the trucks here today in practice. These drivers are struggling out there. There's some big soot. The cars are tight. The cars are loose. Yeah, we're going to see some chaos and a lot of pit stops, I feel.
Yeah, we've been watching some iRacing officials during the week, and these cars we've been hearing are snappy at the beginning of runs and get tighter and tighter as the run goes on. So that's what we have to look forward here tonight.
That being said, though, Chris, we do have one good thing. We've finally taken Tommy Bordeaux's advice. We just saw it on the screen. The wind. We're only about 3-4 miles an hour in the wind. We finally turned off the wind. There you go, Tommy.
And just as we say that, it's picked up to like 8 miles an hour, but now it's dropping back down, so that's good. And hey, for Dale's benefit, the surface is dry.
Yeah, it's very fun watching, you know, blowers for like 6, you know, almost 3 hours, you know. Amazing experience. Once in a lifetime, I'll never forget it.
Surface is dry for now. Give it time.
There's a look at some of the action out there right now. From Dale's point of view, he's got a VR headset on. That's why it looks so good from this angle here.
Yeah, I'm just standing in the middle of above the track, you know. Spotter vision.
How did you get that view? Whoa!
Yeah.
Magic.
Yes, as we are heading to qualifying, it looks like. All right, so while we do qualifying, let's take a moment real quick. And Dale, you have, well, we'll do that in a moment when we can actually see the cars, so we'll wait for everybody to pop on the pit lane. You let me know when your driver pops on the track, Dale, and we'll switch to him.
No rush. You know,
no rush?
We can take our time, yeah.
Take a look at the times popping up at the bottom of the screen as they begin their qualifying runs. Look at Chad Mikas, the 25. So there's been a lot of radio traffic already in practice. Some guys are happy about being here. Some guys are not happy about being here. We've had a lot of wrecks. After a couple of wrecks, here's just some of the radio transmissions that we've been hearing tonight.
Oh my God, we have lost Austin. I got a black flag that means cleared if we last more than 3 laps.
Your mother should have swallowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it's been going tonight. Right there.
Honestly, your biggest issue is not dying from the guy in front of you. It's dying from the guy 3 cars behind you, choosing not to lift and just killing everyone.
Could be a long night then.
Well, it's definitely classic USORL radio chatter. You love to hear it.
Yes. And we apologize for anybody that might have been offended by that one line, but we couldn't help it. And blame Jamie. His email address will be available later. He won't check it, but it's available later.
It's Chris Pickett 123.
Oh my gosh. Glad to see I have a fan.
You're like Al in Home Improvement, where you just hold the sign up. If you'd like to write to us.
Tim Taylor, care of Tool Time, PO Box. Oh, I love it. I am so proud of you right now, Jim. That's your best one. That's beautiful. Bringing back the 90s. Oh, nobody said I was gonna get used to it.
A lot.
It did. It did, but I'm not offended or ashamed at all. I'm good. Matt Muir currently on the pole right now, barely over AJ Roderick. Pole sitter at Daytona. There's the winner from Daytona that just popped up at the top of the board. Look at these times, guys. Danny Ware just tied for the pole. That's incredible.
Go fast, turn left. These drivers are certainly doing that tonight.
We have a tie, 2,000s, 3,000s. I'm assuming this is 4,000s, 5,000s in the top 6. That's incredible, guys. Wow.
And I don't see my race pick anywhere inside the top 10.
Well, I guess that's a hint for those of you. Don't look here for Jamie's pick. And mine just might have popped up there. Maybe.
Your race pick?
My race pick, maybe. We'll see.
Race pick.
Yeah.
Oh, big lap out of the 18 of Gonzalez Green.
Wow. Well, I just messed up everybody down through there. Alan Elwood, though, look down here. He's in the purple. There he is to the line.
On a cheating lap.
He got it. He got the pole.
I think we're going to have to go to race control on that one.
I think it's legal on the last lap of qualifying, Jamie.
Is it?
I don't
There it
know.
was.
I don't know. I just wanted to say the line.
Look, as long as they don't go below the yellow line, below Bubba Wallace,
Garrett,
everybody should be fine.
Garrett, you're going the wrong way.
He's just trying the Davey Hazard strategy. I mean, based on what we saw in practice tonight, it might not be a bad idea to try that line out.
Backward?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Don't hit the wall. Oh, yeah. Don't want to smash Lucky up against the wall there.
So while we got time, so
Now the qualifying session ended.
Jamie, who's your pick for tonight's race?
Well, we love him. He's my friend.
Oh!
He may have been drinking. We also saw him up in P1 for a long part of that practice session. He told me not to pick him. I'm doing it anyway. My pick, 54, John Peterson. Starting out the back, he's got a long way to go, but I think he's going to get her done. Dale, who do you got?
I don't know. I'm probably going to be looking forward to... You know, I love the teamwork of the Elwood guys. You know, amazing job up front. But I'm looking probably at Matthew Rodriguez.
There he
is. Checker flag tonight.
There he is. The 0-1. Oh, well, guys.
Don't do it, Chris.
I'm going a little bit off the wall here.
Matthew Steelman.
No. Well, I did make his name Matthew last week by accident. Michael Murata's my pick. There he is, a 62.
62. Oh, I thought there was going to be a bit
I'm going out on a limb here, but let's see what he's got.
I thought we were going to get some nepotism at play, you know.
Oh, you mean the 17 that's on the track? He's not out there right now? No, I'm not going to go after Andrew Wallace yet, but you guys will see why later on as to why they're saying that about him. You'll see it during the starting lineup. All right, Dale, is your is what we talked about before on track yet?
Oh, they are not on track, so it might have to go through like during a bit of a break, a little bit low, maybe a potential caution to reveal that item.
Okay. Stay tuned, folks. I'm sure what's the word I'm looking for? I'm sure that everybody's anticipation is just on pins and needles. What are we talking about?
I mean, hopefully they get on track in the next 3 minutes.
Our luck, they won't.
They won't.
See, this is when I always like to get out on track because not everybody ran a lap, and I could see myself at the top of the board.
Oh, they are on.
Oh. All right.
They are on.
All right. Well, who's it going to be?
So, for drum roll, please, for tonight's scheme of the race, my pick is Nico Garcia in that 8 Chevy. It's got a little, Hellman's kind of vibe. I love the way it looks out there. It looks fast. Hopefully it drives fast tonight as well.
I just went to the top of the board. There's the 8.
Working there, doing some teammate action right there before the race gets underway the last couple laps.
Out there with Danny Ware in the 84. That is a good-looking ride. Good choice there. There's on board.
I mean, second place honorable mention would have to be the 17. Would have to be the 17.
And he's still not out there to show him. That's okay.
It's the 17.
You gotta
just
remember,
hopped out there. Yeah.
Look what they're doing here, guys. They're practicing this pit entrance. Now, that's one of the things, Jamie, that we didn't talk about during the open here. That entrance to pit road under green. What do you have to do?
You gotta, instead of going fast and turning left, you gotta go slow and turn left. You gotta enter that pit lane, entering turn 3, slow it down to I think 90 miles an hour, and then ride that apron all the way around to the second pit road line at pit road speed. And it's gonna be tricky on these drivers tonight. We've seen several people attempt this in practice and fail. We've seen several people get on the apron at full speed and immediately crash. If we have green flag pit stops, which I'm not sure that we will tonight, but if we do, that pit road entry is going to be quite a challenge for all these drivers.
Yeah, the way practice look, I don't think we'll get a race like we did last Tuesday that was caution free.
There's a look at Matthew Rodriguez coming in. I don't think that 90-mile-an-hour thing is a thing in this.
It might not be.
In real life, I think you're right. That may be under caution, though, but I don't think iRacing would have done 2 separate speed limits like that.
Yeah, I just think they have to get it down at least to 50 on pit road here, not along the whole apron banking.
Apron banking.
Yeah. Or banking apron,
Banking apron.
Potato.
I like it all. Yeah, definitely. This is probably one of the places that you'd probably want to practice pit stops more than any place else, except maybe like Darlington or something, maybe. All right, folks. They're getting ready to grid them up here, so let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineup for the Crow. It's What's for Dinner 150 here at ECHOPARK Speedway.
And you'll notice one name missing as you go through the starting lineup, Chris.
Oh, no. We'll talk about it in a minute. Alan Elwood on the pole alongside Alexander Gonzalez-Green. Row 2, Danny Ware and Nico Garcia, teammates, and Garcia, the Daytona winner from last week. Row 3, Matt Muir and AJ Roderick. Row 4 is Blake Trawick and Bronson Stafford. 5th row, Richard Thomas and Matthew Rodriguez. Row 6, Shane Tarian and Dylan Poteet. Row 7, Cam Barnes and Cal Laval. Row 8, Darren Ingram and Noah Joyce. They're no longer teammates, but they keep on finding each other. Row 9, Zach Kostowski alongside Chad Mikes. Row 10, Luke Smith, and there's the nepotism ride. Andrew Wallace in the 17 Fast 29 Ford. Row 11, Austin Spencer and Henrietta Bordeaux. Row 12, Garrett Sidnor and Davey Hazard. Row 13's Kerry Rogers and DJ Harris. Jamie's hit way out back. John Peterson alongside Antonio Ruiz in row 14. Row 15, Joey Stefanu and Cole DeRoser. And back, my pick. I didn't know he was that far back. Michael Murata rounds out the field. 31 cars here tonight for Atlanta. Great showing.
Big shame we don't have 32 cars out on track tonight.
Well, we tried to get Dale fitted into his driver's suit before we started, but it shrunk a little bit in that rain from last week.
Yeah, between that, 4th of July, put on a couple pounds, you know.
He's gonna get back in racing shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had another driver miss the field here tonight too, Chris.
We did. Dewey Schramm did not qualify for this event tonight. Sad. But we're racing here at ECHOPARK Speedway. Alan Elwood, Alexander Gonzalez Green, bring the field down. Green flag, we're racing.
Bumper to bumper, these two up front as they head into one. Got those Elwood cars 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 6th.
Looks like we might have a clean lap 1 here. A lot of these drivers given space, except for the 4 leading the pack who are pushing each other, but good clean lap 1 in the books.
Yeah, that 8 car desperately wants to push that 18 ahead so he can hop in line in front of his teammates below him.
And we're hearing from a friend of the broadcast, Ray. He was told earlier that pit entry off turn 3 is just a normal commitment line. So it's going to be even more of a challenge for these drivers tonight with no speed limit.
Shane Terrian falling back on the outside, the 38. Looks like he's dropping to the back.
I don't hate it. After the chaos we saw in practice, if you're not first, you might as well be last.
Field's still fairly orderly here in 2 rows. Ooh, Gonzalez Green got a little loose on the front bumper of Garcia there, sliding up a little bit.
Yeah, 72 of Matt Merrifield's in that spot, falls into 3rd place.
Oh, he's sliding back now. Gonzalez Green way out here,
Yeah.
outside.
Just dropping like a stone on that high side. Nobody pushing him up there.
Radio from the 18.
A little early.
Yeah, he got a little push there in 1 and 2 and felt it was a little bit early for that kind of activity, so he's falling back. He's around 15th now.
The high side about 4 cars back is the 01.
Garcia jumps up to the outside, trying to get the high line going somehow. Doesn't have anybody immediately behind him, but he's going to get a push here going into 3.
Everybody playing it safe in these opening laps as we hit the start of lap 7.
Yeah, once we did a couple more laps in here and the tires start to wear, these cars are going to start driving terrible. We're going to see some more comers, some more goers, some mixing it up in the pack, probably get that high line some more energy, and we're going to see the chaos start to unfold.
Speaking of chaos, that's kind of where the action is, right back here in this pack. As we come to lap 8. We have not done the silent lap 8 in a couple weeks, so we'll make sure we get it in tonight. Elwood continues to lead with Danny Ware just behind. Pack kind of swarming back there for about 8th on back.
Top 8 still holding out the lead. Got him looking 2x2 further back.
Look at the leaders at the top.
You continually see a lot of these drivers cutting inside onto the apron through the tri-oval there. Under that red and white line, that is out of bounds. You got to think race control is keeping an eye on that. I mean, they're only dropping the left sides and they're not gaining position, but that's still out of bounds. You can't go down there. That's still gaining a lasting advantage.
I haven't got
That's
any
why they have
confirmation with
Bubba
that.
Wallace.
Yes.
Well, I don't think these admins here will penalize that. You know, as long as at least you're keeping at least 2 tires on the racing surface, a little clippage. I don't think they're gonna, you know, whip out the black flag and send people to the back for that.
It's funny you mentioned that, Jamie, on the last lap, and then that lap, nobody dipped down there.
I know.
It's like they heard us.
Every now and then they'll do it.
What do they say? Once you notice a pattern, it no longer becomes relevant.
Sure.
Yeah, what he
That
said.
sounds good. Yeah.
It sounded smart, did it not?
I love it.
See, there they go, all the way down below that red line again.
You got to say it louder next time, Jamie. On board with Zach Krastowski. Looking back at Luke Smith, the Dollar General machine. AJ Roderick in the 3 on the outside.
Get a good view of those big ass spoilers from that camera too.
These things are huge.
Yeah, that top line just does not have the numbers to close that gap.
You know I had to do it. On board with the Fast 29 ride. Oh, he's squirrely. Hang on to it, buddy. Hang on. Oh!
No, save it, save it.
Saving it. Trying to
Keep
save
driving
it. Oh, he clips Kerry Rogers, and around he goes.
That's... Ooh.
John Peterson involved as well. Caution is out.
Yeah, you saw the 17 of Wallace just grab the apron there, and you cannot do that. It just pulls these cars right around, and they are so hard to save.
Oh, there was my commentator's curse for the night. The onboard strikes again. Oh, Gonzalez Green got an issue, it sounds like, on the radio. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened here. Oh, there's Gonzalez Green hitting the wall on the outside. There goes Kerry around on the inside, the 71. John Peterson at the back of the field, spinning out as well. Let's have another look.
John's okay.
Yeah, I think he just spun it to avoid it. Yeah, Gonzalez Green out here on the outside, he just kind of loops it, trying to... He's kind of on that outside where we've heard the outside lane is very, very loose at the start of these. So I think that's kind of where that all started for him. Luke Smith stays out. And pit stop's happening. Everybody came in except for Elwood. Or except for, excuse me, Luke Smith. Elwood in the pits, leading him down.
Yeah, I think that might be a mistake by that 20 machine not to pit. I've done that myself here at Atlanta in a truck race. But it looks like all these drivers may just be taking fuel, so it may not be game over for Luke Smith.
They see Gonzalez Green in the 18. He's getting tires and probably fixing that damage from when he pounded the wall off of 2. Yeah, you see a lot of fuel onlys. Danny Ware took 2.
Ooh. Now these guys don't have any fast repairs out there, so this is a painful wait.
This is
for Gonzalez Green.
Here's radio traffic from him.
I was not even in the crash, and that might already be it. I don't know how I bet the steering on that. That's crazy.
Unfortunate for Gonzalez Green, trying to stay out of a wreck and gets loose on the outside and puts it in the wall.
Yeah, and I don't think, Dale, you can confirm, I don't think there's an IKEA near this track, so he can't go get some Swedish meatballs to make up for it either.
You know, the nearest IKEA is all the way downtown, so his only option is to hit up a Kroger.
We are way too far
Dale,
south for that.
You know how we feel about Kroger in this broadcast.
If you say it, Jamie, I will mute you.
I didn't say it. We'll save it for John when he wins the race and comes to do his interview.
Also got radio traffic Chad Mikas, who I think he got bumped in that wreck, and this is what he had to say.
Got 30 seconds of damage for a tap on the bumper.
30 seconds of damage from getting touched in the butt is not exactly what you expect out of these cars, even on the next gen, so that's interesting to see.
Well, I guess I gotta do it now.
He's touching my butt!
That is not from tonight's race. That is just an inside joke from us in the booth. We might tell you about it later.
So no one's claiming got massive checkup in the incident, so post-race are probably going to be some penalties handed out.
I'm pretty sure we were on board with the cause, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
Luke Smith and Atlan-oh going to restart on the front row for this one. Green flag in hand, and we didn't get a chance to do this last week because we didn't have any cautions. Guys, let's over-rev it on this restart. Luke Smith leading around. Matt Muirs moved up to second. Richard Thomas into third.
I wonder if the 20 machine of Luke Smith is running that same 4-cylinder engine that he had at Daytona. So that car had some speed and some pit strategy here tonight to put him out front, and he's holding on to it for now.
Looking back from... Go ahead, Dale.
I would say 2 back-to-back drafting tracks. You kind of want to, even if you don't win the first race, you bring back the same chassis to the next race.
Especially if it was in one piece.
Yeah.
Side by side for third. Looks like that high groove maybe starting to get a bit of a run. Coming to the outside of that mirror on turn 2. Good to see that second groove make moves up front here.
Yeah, the first couple opening laps, that bottom line had the clear numbers advantage. It looks like everybody running the top groove has kind of attempted to make a more concerted effort of staying closer together and trying to swipe a little bit of a side draft off that top line.
Oh, look at this mess back here in the middle of the field. Joyce Murata on the bottom back here. Got Krastowski on the outside. Gonzalez Green still in the pits, guys, by the way. Oh,
5 laps down.
is that Krastowski loose on the outside there in the 4?
Yeah, that's 2 laps in a row that 4 cars almost wrecked it in the tri-oval.
Contact
He's,
there.
Definitely got his hands full.
Sorry, Dale, or Jamie, the 3 of Roderick got loose in 1 and 2, just about spun it out, but held on to it. Dylan Potte's going to need to change the underwear probably after that.
Yeah, once that 3 got loose, it gave the 19 of Darren Ingram a chance to get by him and drop down.
You can hear how much those tires are squealing through the turns. Hear them scrubbing speed off. And this quad oval is, they didn't do anything to the quad oval except repave it, I believe, and narrow it up. That's about it.
Yeah.
So the banking's the same.
Banking stayed the same. Just, you know, maybe a degree or 2 and just a fresh hit of, you know, concrete that everybody's racing on right now. And that's it, really. But I don't know. Hopefully the track will change. I have noticed it going there multiple times over the last couple years since the repave. That the racing
contact!
has. Ooh.
That's Trawick in the outside wall. Great job of driving by everybody to avoid that, but there's trouble in front of them.
Ooh. Couple cars smoking right now.
There was some smoke in front of them. Might have been Darren Ingram.
But this just scrambles up both those 2 lines. Giving these leaders in the top 6 positions a chance to just pull away now.
Have some radio traffic from Michael Murata real quick.
Bruh.
That's good material right there. Good job.
Just bruh, just a
He's
bruh.
not pressed.
No. We're going to take a look and see what happened there moments ago. Oh, they're going to go backward. We'll cue that up and take a look at it. We'll do it live. Let's definitely split this pack up. Caution. Caution's out. Oh, trouble on the front stretch of Zach Krastowski. Tries to get it rerouted. Well,
Multiple incidents.
there was, yeah. Let's first take a look and see what happened to split the pack up first. Dale, go ahead and play that.
I don't think this might be it. I'm not sure.
Oh, we'll play it and see.
Nope.
Nope, that's not
It's too far back. That's not it.
That's the restart. Okay.
I'll let you go ahead and play the one that most recently happened.
Let's see what happened to Zach Krastowski here on the front stretch. He was in kind of second pack there. Drifts up a little bit. Danny Ware's got damage on the front end from that wreck too. But again, he had the same damage at Daytona. He just brought the same car back. And it looks like he just got loose coming across the dotted line there coming off turn 4. Catches a little air across the access road there.
See if I can find that first incident, but I'm not able to right now. But that was an amazing, showcase of really good driving. The car just drifted up into the wall. Driver was able to maintain composure and just dance all around them.
Yep. Field on pit road here. We caught it late there. That's why it's starting with Blake Trawick in the 56 there. Didn't catch the leaders coming on. I got to pull that up at just the right time. Smith's going to win off pit road.
Looks like mostly 2-tire stops for all these drivers.
Luke Smith, Matt Muir taking 2 tires. Some of the guys talking about their pit crews on the radio.
I don't like how fast they go.
Someone upgraded our crew to the Joe Gibbs ARCA crew.
Well, we haven't heard any pit crew members get fired yet mid-race, so that's a good sign.
Always a plus, yes.
Don't look now, but I think Cam Barnes may have snuck his way inside the top 5 here.
Well, we just looked, and you're right. There he is, sitting 4th. He's been sneaky quite a bit in several of these races recently, both here and in trucks. Gonzalez Green going to get a lap back here, take the wave around.
And just maintaining his consistency no matter where he goes.
You know, folks, just a little behind the scenes information for you when it comes to Fast 29's broadcasting. It helps when you turn on a scheduler timer. That's why things were not going automatic. I had made an adjustment earlier to fix something and forgot to turn it back on. But there we go. Well, we got a second. Next 2 weeks here on Fast 29. Nashville for the Truck Series next Tuesday night. These Cup drivers will be back in action at Phoenix next Thursday night. Talladega for the Truck Series the following Tuesday night. And then July 30th, Vegas for the Cup Series. All going to be exciting the next couple of weeks. And we are going to get no sleep for the next 5 or 6 weeks. So expect our broadcast to just slowly taper off to about where they are anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, it'd be no change for me.
No,
Yeah,
no.
it's just still the same.
We're all good, yeah. The pace truck just about flips as it comes off the banking into the pit lane. Luke Smith, Matt Muir. Bring him into the restart zone. We're back to racing. Lap 31, coming to 32.
Matt Muir tried to sneak in low behind the 20 of Luke Smith. It didn't work. The 5 of Elwood was already there.
You saw that too, did you? I was wondering what that was going to be there.
That's 72 a little bit late right there.
It has hurt the outside line. Looks like it's just dissipated entirely almost.
Yeah, bumped him back about 3 to 4 spaces away from the leaders right now.
Elwood in the 5 really pushing that 20 car in the lead.
They almost got
You gotta think
tandem there.
Yeah, maybe he's gonna pop out and try to take the lead for himself.
He's got a teammate behind him. You can see they're trying to kind of push themselves out. You're on board with Matt Muir on the bottom. Front of the field kind of goes single file now.
Hopefully they can keep it safe for a little bit while longer.
Three wide off of turn 2.
Yeah, we should also point out the 50 car, Garrett Signor. He's driving one-handed tonight. Sounds like he's got one of his hands injured and bandaged up. Echo Park, probably not the worst place to be one-handed, but certainly not one of the best.
Oh, that's pulling a bit of a chase, Briscoe or Seabell.
Seabell,
Or,
yeah,
Ray
Seabell.
Huston.
Right on board with Garrett. Yeah, I believe he had a little procedure done this past week. We won't go into too much more than that, but he had a little procedure done and is recovering from that. So hope that all goes well for you, Garrett.
I see ducks below the red line going through the tri-oval.
He's got Chad Mikas behind him in the 25. Outside line's got Roderick in the 3, DJ Harris in the 9, Davey Hazard in the 92. Roderick slipping back, getting in line behind Micah's here in the 25. DJ Harris dropped back there with him as well.
Seems like we're just settling in for the ride here now. Log some laps maybe, and let the chaos and wreck cars hit a little bit later. We got to make Tony Stewart happy. That is definitely a must-do for this race.
He's not a person you want to see get angry.
Well, we're reverse junior line in this all of a sudden.
Yeah, single file all the way through. I guess these guys are kind of showing a bit of patience after those two incidents, technically, with a car getting into the wall and they have to scramble in the secondary one right after that.
I think we're looking at the two cars right now. Well, that are going to change the course of this race once they get antsy and go to the outside line. The 19 of Darren Ingram and the 31 of Noah Joyce.
What is...
Well,
Jamie, seriously. That's twice now you've called it. They tried. Couldn't get the momentum up, too. I think that was kind of a bad spot to do that. You're kind of climbing up the banking off of 2 there, and you lost your momentum because you're climbing the hill. I think if you get a run off the corner, you might be able to do that a little bit better.
Yeah, and I think at this point they might just be showing their nose and see how many other cars go up to the high line with them. Certainly, you don't want to be the only 2 to go up there because you'll go straight to the back. But love to see it. You know, these guys want to go, and they're testing the waters here.
Look at this unique camera angle. We'll call this the arcade mode behind Luke Smith. I don't know how we got that camera to stay there. That's impressive.
Just watch him hug that line in that corner, you know.
One talented drone operator.
It is. That's impressive right there.
Fly-by-wire GPS right there.
Here's our other drone. Elwood not able to stay locked onto that 20 like he was.
Yeah, we're starting to see some gaps for him. I think the tires are starting to wear in maybe a little bit here.
Tires wearing, sun setting, a lot of things these guys have to navigate right now.
Yeah, you saw from that.
And that incoming rain.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
I don't see that on the weather board.
Well, it's because you're not looking out the window.
Oh. I didn't know we had windows in this booth.
That's where you're looking, I suppose.
Look who's out there. They're trying, but they got no help right now.
No help. Nobody wants to work that high side with them.
Maybe Mike is... Oh, trouble! Luke Smith around! Oh, big contact! Wow. All of a sudden, leader is around. Well, we were talking about Elwood kind of staying off the back of Luke Smith, and not for sure if that's where it kind of came from, but let's see where we got here. Going into turn 1. He's, wow, that's exactly, we'll have some radio traffic here in a second, but that's literally exactly what he just said. Cam Barnes just barely missed him, and Garrett Sidnor right into him. And Roderick goes around the 3.
We're still pushing the corners.
And then Joey Stefanu gets sideways behind him. I can't tell who that is behind him.
I think that's the 54 John Peterson involved.
Yes, it is. Another angle. There's contact. Round goes Smith.
Avoidance from Cam Barnes, though.
We'll go on board with him in a second. And Garrett just has nowhere to go. There's Roderick spinning down low, and here's Joey Stefanu up top there. It's so bright, you can't even see my my circle there. But yeah, he comes across and right in front of John Peterson. We'll take a look at this from the 07 of Cam Barnes. Yep, that is Luke Smith. There we go. Wow!
Woof. That might be the Chris Pickett Good Hands Award of the night.
I wish I had that queued up. I do not.
I wish you did too.
Yep. We'll get that for next time. Here's on board with John Peterson. He was slipping to the back.
Just a tap on the bumper and just got him loose.
Oh, there's Joey just coming up from the bottom.
Just out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Now here's what the radio sounded like during that.
Leaders turned. We're all gonna die.
Yeah, I guess that's all on me. I mean, it wasn't doing that the entire time. I'm sorry, 20. I don't even know how that happened. I mean, I was square and everything. I don't even know how that happens, but sorry about that, everybody.
Garrett, can you see?
I don't know. I'm hurting.
I'm kind of worried about Garrett. Maybe that wheel may have snapped in his hands when he took that hit. All right, so Bronson Stafford leads on this restart. The top 8 stayed out.
You got some people also asking about claiming previous EOLs and penalties.
Hey, Darren, I just got my mic working. That first caution was mine. Is it too late to try and claim now? I couldn't get my mic working before.
No, sorry, it's too late. We've penalized people before, so we gotta just be consistent with it.
So there's the response on that. That was from the first accident, or I think that was the first accident when we were on board with Andrew Wallace when he spun. Green flag back out. Austin Spencer spun those tires net 13. That's going to allow Rodriguez to drop down in front of him.
Got a shout out to that 26 machine on the outside. Henry Bordeaux up into 7th place.
Yeah, slow but steady progress.
She needs some help out there right now. She's got Stefanu back there. Cam Barnes in line. Darren Ingram. Got some help. Inside line's a little bit more tightened up now.
Sounds like the admin team has revisited the penalty on the 17 of Andrew Wallace for that late claim.
Okay, well,
sounds like they're gonna give him a 1-lap penalty under the next funny flag, as we're still green here at Echo Park, and then let him race it out to the end.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it seemed more like a racing incident. He just, hit the apron a bit, got loose, car behind him, gave him a bit of a push. He got loose and created a massive stacker from there. I wouldn't say, he should be penalized for, that kind of incident.
Well, I think what they're referring to, Dale, is if you cause a yellow, you have to take an end-of-line penalty regardless of if it was a racing incident or not. So what they were discussing was apparently Andrew Wallace had mic issues, wasn't able to say that he was the claim of that wreck and did not take the end of line penalty at the same time. So what they've done is what you're about to hear.
Andrew, we admins discussed it in next incident.
Nope, they cut off there. There we go.
Oh my God, DJ.
He must have bumped his mic.
Next incident, that a funny flag comes out, we can give you a 1-lap penalty, and then you can just race them straight up from there. So then you'd be eligible for the next lucky dog after that. Just that way you have something to still race for.
Yeah, I got that. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So there is the admin's decision. At the next caution, 17 will take a 1-lap penalty, and then he'll still be eligible, I believe, for the lucky dog from there, and be good to go. So good on the admins for doing that on the fly there, I think.
Yeah, that's some good race control, especially since we have Darren Ingram and Davey Hazard out on track. Good on you guys.
To admin a race as you're racing is really hard to do.
You would know, Dale.
Skill and focus. Yeah, it takes a level of skill and focus that you gotta manage your race, but also have the wherewithal of being fair to other racers and make the proper calls. Instead of because some admins, you know, they're involved in the wreck, they don't want to, or cause a wreck, they don't want to take responsibility for it. So good on these guys over here at the USORL.
Henrietta Bordeaux, she's still hanging tough here on the outside.
Leading that line, she just needs help out there.
Cam Barnes just jumped up there.
There's just no energy.
There's
They are
not.
falling to the back.
Chad Mikas jumps up there in front of Barnes, trying to get a little bit of something going there, but again, I think they're just too far back. Well, now they may be developing an outside line in front as Elwood tried to look underneath Blake Trawick and force a second line. Couldn't quite get there.
Top 3 still remains Bronson
Oh,
Stafford.
big save off turn 2. Sorry, Dale. We had one 45 degree angle back there off turn 2. I'm not sure who
They're
it
still
was, but
trying
they
to wreck.
saved it.
They're still trying to wreck.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Andrew
Oh.
Wallace. They're
Keep it
still
safe.
trying to wreck, and around goes
Into the wall.
Murata.
That'll bring out a
Caution is out. That took half a lap to wreck, but it finally happened. I don't even know where to even begin on that one as to where that started.
We gotta go all the way back to the exit of turn 2 when we had that car 45 degree angle reading the side numbers on it.
Well, this may take a second, folks, but we will try to figure out where this happened. We're gonna guess
like it
it's right
starts
here. People bouncing off the walls, bouncing off each other. Henrietta Bordeaux. My gosh,
17
how did
got
they not?
real loose
Yeah,
there.
he did, and then around goes Murata.
17 into the wall, Murata into the grass.
Dale, we'll take a look and see what you've got. Now, this is the end result there, off turn 4.
Just gets spun. Would it almost made it through? Just gets spun in the back.
Yep. Oh, we're still.
Let's see if we can get Dylan to give us a view off turn 2 there.
That's what I'm
We can
trying
see
to
who
get.
that was at the
We're trying to
sideways.
get it. I think it might
Come
have
on,
been
Dylan.
Krastowski. Oh, nope, it was Mikas. And we're going to drop back a little bit further here, because now that we know which car it is. Oh, yeah, he got... I don't know why it switched to Antonio Ruiz there. Let's try that one more time.
You also got a bit of contact earlier between the 9 and the 07 as well.
There we
So
go.
A lot of guys.
Here's Mikas right there. Oh, yeah, he just gets squirrely right in front of Barnes. And that just bunches everybody up. And there's the contact behind him. Which I don't know about this next radio transmission here, but this is what we're hearing on the radio.
Do we have a claim for this fellow?
Yeah, that's me as well. I'm gonna park it tonight.
10-4.
So that's the second one on the 17. He wasn't really a part of the start of that, but I guess that kind of, that's what happened there.
I mean, he got loose. I don't think he's the overall start of that whole line because it really starts further up, you know, which cascades back. He gets loose, you know, and then everybody's trying to navigate that incident.
Yeah, I mean, really, it started off turn 2 there with the Micus, but
yeah.
Well, we've got another situation here. As you see, the 5 car of Alan Elwood, he is dropping to the back for this reason.
5-year penalty for the last claim was actually cleared. That's our fault. That's why you're getting it for this one.
Come back here with all the fun people, Alan. That's right.
That kind of slipped there.
Yeah, now I got less time to get to the front.
Okay, that's going out of order because everybody keeps on talking. So hang on a second, let me try that one more time. So basically what's happened is there was a penalty issued for the end of the line for Alan Elwood last caution for spinning out the 20, and it was cleared accidentally. So here is the here's the rest of the conversation.
Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, thanks. Well, it was fortunate at first, so evens out. Yeah, now I got less time to get to the front.
Interesting bits of race admin stuff happening. I'm glad I'm not in that seat tonight.
Yep. Well, the funny thing is now you got some of the faster guys are further back in the field. You know, Shane, you know, has been on a run in that 38. You know, he's now in 22nd place. You know, Zach Kristowski had an amazing practice. He's further back. So a lot of fast guys in the back of the field right now on this restart.
We got Austin Spencer out front alongside Bronson Stafford. Everybody pitted on this last caution. Fuel and 2-tire mix. Green flag back in the air. Lap 60. Down at the bottom, you see Alan Elwood trying to charge up through the middle here.
You know,
got held up a little bit there by Ruiz.
He's in that 5, much like, you know, Kyle Larson did late in the race last night, just trying to bulldoze his way through. Hopefully he doesn't have the same outcome happen to him right now.
Last night?
Yeah.
You know, I'm still, you know...
You're still living vicariously.
Time is a weird construct, you know. It doesn't really exist, you know.
Clearly not.
Just and you know, and that's my Jeff Burtonism for the night.
I like it. Radio traffic from Shane Terry, and this is how I feel right now.
I got too many voices in my head. I'm getting all discombobulated back here.
I am too. Because right now, folks, you don't hear everything that we hear. We hear the radio before you guys do, and then we're talking, and it's just a lot happening over here right now. But we're just trying to bring you the best coverage that we can. Stafford leads. You're in second. Got Blake Trawick back up there. Austin Spencer, the restart leader, drops back in 4th. Kerry Rogers involved in that earlier incident. He's in 5th. Radio traffic from Austin Spencer to Kerry Rogers.
Kerry, do you have damage or something?
Nah.
All right, then. There's our answer.
Well,
okay.
There you go, yeah. Succinct to the point.
Yeah.
Do you have damage? No.
Nah. I wouldn't tell you if I did anyway.
That's right.
He did get banged around a little bit in that wreck, but it didn't look too bad. Ooh, Joey Stefanu. That car back there, that 02, right there, stepped out a little bit through the quad oval.
Looking back here at Elwood, you know, on that 5, he's on the charge, already up to 15th place. Just made a daring move, forcing it 3 wide up the middle, playing 15th spot.
Right there behind Noah Joyce. He's back around where Joey Stefanu stepped out in the quad oval. So that's probably what caused him to get out that far, was Elwood making that move to the middle. You see him trying it again, trying to see if there's any space there between Joyce and is that, that's the 9 of DJ Harris on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Noah just got loose in the trials a little bit. You know, Allen is trying to force it wide, no, force it inside when they split wide. We'll see if he tries that again.
Chad Mike is trying to pull a line around the outside with Cal Lovall. That's that line Elwood's in as Spencer up front. He's trying to get a lane going on the outside. And Trewick battle for third, trying to bring Kerry Rogers with him. Rodriguez goes low with Poteet. And here comes Nico Garcia, last week's winner.
They're probably anticipating that back line to catch him up, but as we've seen so far this whole race, that high line just does not work.
Hasn't worked yet. As the sun goes down, Jamie, you think that's going to still be the same situation, or do you think we might see that outside line start going as it cools off?
I think we might see that outside line start building more energy as the track temp comes down, and we saw the 25 bring his train of cars up to our 2 leaders on that outside line. Maybe they'll be able to start moving forward, but it's not looking too good right now.
Yeah, you saw the track temperature since the last time we checked it went from 93 to 88.
Good old Atlanta summer right now.
And that sun is right in their eyes going into 1. Look how bright the cockpit is from, that's the sun from behind them. You're on board with Austin Spencer on the outside lane.
That, you know, that's that Netflix Mexico filter right now.
That is. Let's see how bright it is coming down the front stretch. And now I've got a few things turned off as far as the lighting goes, but some of these guys don't. They're probably looking straight into that sun. Look at it reflecting off that 92 on the bottom.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
That color on that 92 is popping. Or is it, what is it? What do the kids say now? Bussin'?
I think that's even a few years out of date now.
6, 7. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You missed it. I'm lucky I'm watching on board, you know, Austin Spencer's nose camera. And the moment we got into that sun, I was blind.
Well, we'll take a look at it here from... Dale's got that turned on, so we're going to see what it looks like going in the quad oval here. Oh, never mind. We're not going to see it now.
Way to go, guys. That's 2 for 2.
Oh, Joyce. DJ Harris, the 07 of Cam Barnes involved. Joey Stefanu involved again there. There's Cam Barnes. Noah Joyce got destroyed in that one. Came across in hard contact with DJ Harris. There he is. We are 2 for 2 on causing wrecks with onboard cameras tonight. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, I think the 13 just got loose on that high line, and you just really can't save this next-gen car. Once it's starting to go, it's
across
gone.
the middle. You saw Kerry Rogers kind of doing the same thing there. Davey Hazard with an incredible job of saving that car. A lot of guys.
That car wants to go, just wants to go.
A lot of close contact there with several cars there.
I think Garrett Sidnor made it through, though. That's another one missed for him.
Whoop. This is on board with Garrett. That's why. He wasn't anywhere near it.
Definitely missed it.
If that's what I'm saying, yeah, he was well behind this wreck. I don't know who you saw.
Hey, doesn't matter how you miss it. It's the point that you miss it.
Yes. Shane Tarian.
All that smoke. Check up, check up, check up, check up. Ooh.
No, it ain't over. Seas parted.
That's
Through it, Harry.
Yeah, it's another candidate for our Cricket Good Hands Award.
And he just loses it coming off the corner on the high side.
No choice. He's not going to be as fortunate.
Tries to go high.
Oh, cow
Gets
level.
pushed in the back.
Oh, man.
Well, that's our second big one of the night. I think we have at least one more coming. We haven't wrecked quite enough of these cars yet.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Darren Ingram just popped up on timing as disqualified. Is that right?
He had just got back on track. He was in pit lane preparing his car for a while.
I don't know why he would have been. Hopefully we maybe catch a word from him, see what happened there. I don't see how he was involved. Let's see if we can find it. Here he is. He's well behind the wreck as well. Like, well behind.
He exited the pit lane as they were coming across the start-finish line.
Yeah, so we're not sure what's up with that. That's where we're at. I don't have an answer on that one for you, Jamie. I can only go by what the timing and scoring gives me, so I'm not for sure. Here's radio traffic from Austin Spencer.
I'm sorry about that. It literally just started drifting, and I was not prepared for it.
That's about what it looked like. It's just weird. We've seen this in test watches of iRacing officials. This dotted line right here on the outside has got some sort of voodoo magic in it or something. I don't know. Maybe Matt Steelman could talk to us about you know, what seems to be the issue out there. But it seems like when you out here and then you kind of drift down, I think that's kind of what we're kind of seeing. It just kind of it just unloads it for some reason. And this does not have any type of marbles. It could be marbles, and I mean, there's not any progressive banking there, so not for sure. All right, again.
That was crazy.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happened there. Green flag back in the air. Stafford leads. Got a great restart as he drops down in front. And remember, he just restarted from the outside. Boy, Garcia, he sneaks into third.
Filling the gap.
Yeah.
That is if-car gap at its peak right there. That worked out for him.
Look at this push he's giving Matt Muir down the backstretch. Oh, don't push the pusher. Don't push the pusher.
Yeah, we saw how well that worked out last week at Daytona.
Yes. 27 laps to go, coming to 26. The intensity is going to start ramping up here.
Mm-hmm. In the showtime zone right now. It's going to be a fight under the lights.
Which means I think we ought to say hi to some people before we get too chaotic here at the end of this race.
Well, Jamie, who do you got tonight?
Tonight, Scott Pruitt, Hi to My Family at Home, shout out of the race. Dale, it actually goes to your family. We're at your home track, your family's around. We're going to say hi to you and your folks.
They're getting cheaper, Jamie.
Thank you.
Cheaper.
Well, that's scheduled 2 broadcasts a week.
That's we're digging through the bottom of the barrel now.
You're going to start, like, conserving or just doing one or something. I don't know.
Oh, Scott Pruitt never conserves, so neither will I.
As long as nobody's doing any low-down, nasty, dirty driving around him, we'll be all right.
You might see some argy-bargy now and then.
Ah, yes.
What is it? Robbins Racing?
Is it?
Oh, Racing's
We've seen a lot of Racing's rubbing tonight.
Looking back earlier with the issue Darren Ingram had, it seemed like he was just unlapping himself under that caution, and he got DQ'd. It most likely was not an admin thing because he is one of the admins, and most likely the game just said nope and just qualified him.
Yeah, but usually under yellow, in which we're still green here at Echo Park, you only get one lap back. And it looked like Darren was trying to take 3 or 4.
My guy was on a heater. He was going.
Aye, mate, I was on the hot lap.
Yeah, I don't know that Darren ever lifted. It looked like he just kept on going.
That was a horrible SVG impersonation, but we'll roll with it.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
This is what happened.
Yeah.
You brought it up.
It happened. I regret my life decisions, but that's okay.
Only just now? We got this many broadcasts in before you regretted them?
I wake up in the morning regretting my life decisions before I even made them yet.
Side by side for 8th here at ECHOPARK Speedway. 8th on back. We will be looking for 2 new co-broadcasters here at Fast 29 over the course of the next few weeks. Please put in your applications.
Yes, we will.
Hey, who is that leaving that high line? You know, consecutive back-to-back winner in both series.
Shane Terrian.
Shane had one of the faster cars during practice. You know.
As they're lapping past Noah Joyce here. Oh, they're gonna bunch up around him here.
Worst possible spot in the face of that
Oh,
traffic
yeah.
in that tri-oval.
Oh, there's some contact. They hang on to it. I think that might have been Stefanu going by there.
I believe it was.
Gave him a little donut there as it went by.
I like a donut.
Well, Davey's on track. He's usually our caterer, so. At least
You
he
get catered?
offers. Well, he offers. We don't get anything. He's a big tease.
Oh, that little incident right there, trying to get by lap traffic, might have helped that highlight a bit because they're a little bit closer right now. They just got to get those numbers up.
Let's be honest, Dale. If that 38's out there, he's going to figure out a way to get to the front.
Yeah, he will. And that's what I'm betting on right now. I think everybody realizes that now. It's the 38's up front. Let's follow him through. They're slowly gaining numbers on that high side.
One thing we haven't mentioned so far is where the teammates are running. Let's take a look at that real quick. Sky Motorsports at the top, led by Bronson Stafford. Here's a look at Hula Monkey Motorsports with Shane Terrian. Matt Muir sitting up there in second, his teammate. They're kind of split up on the track right now. Rodriguez and Poteet on the bottom, Terrian on the outside.
Nico in 8 saw that move coming on the high side, goes up in front of Shane.
Daytona winner. He liked what he felt last week. Maybe he's thinking, I want to do that again. 16 laps to go.
Might be time for my curse of the night. I'm looking up at the top left and I see our green and yellow tracker, and it looks like we've had cautions come out pretty equidistantly.
That is, I did not realize that until right now. We're kind of close to needing one right now, aren't we?
I think we're 2 or 3 laps away from the big one, and then we'll see what happens after that.
That is incredible, the consistency. Way to call that out, Jamie.
So drivers, if a caution happens in the next couple laps, you know which commentator to
blame.
Get mad at.
Yes.
Well,
Jamie.
I just want to get mine too. You guys got yours in early.
Jamie Zolecki.
See, our cautions were early. Yours is late, which affects them a lot more.
I caused 2 though. I was on board with 2 of them.
I was on for 1. You know.
Oh, that's right. You were. I had it loaded. You were on that. That's right. Yes, your camera was on it.
I had one I had one Tuesday. You know, lap 1. So
that was really funny. Sorry to Austin Spencer, but that was funny. My pick too. No, it was great. By the way, while we got a real quick second here, Jamie, I wanted to let you know I went back and watched a race that was absolutely incredible. One of the last USORL races on NR in Cup, where me and you were side by side for several laps, and then it came down to a fuel mileage race at the end that I almost stole, but ran out of gas at the wrong spot. And
that sounds like Talladega.
It was Talladega. Yep. That was a good time. We worked together for a while until I decided not to. I think I even told you I'm going for it here. As speaking of going for it, Shane Terrian just lost his partners. Backward he goes. Davey Hazard came up the middle. He's behind Garcia now. DJ Harris following through, and Joey Stefanu. Shane Terrian dropping back. That wasn't the plan.
No, it just took that third line and just fell back.
And that 9 car still has a lot of speed in it from after getting demolished by the 31 of Joyce in that last wreck.
Yeah, that's surprising. Well, he got hit in the door, so I think that kind of helped. He didn't really get any front or rear damage on that 9.
So Jamie, I'm hearing now that he's talking about NR and Talladega, you've also suffered the curse of having Chris as a teammate and he out-strategizes you on a fuel mileage race.
No, Jamie got me on that one.
Yeah, we both kind of ran out there.
No, you finished third.
Yeah.
You pitted.
I pitted,
you pitted. So you finished third. I ran out of gas and finished 5th.
We were confusing the broadcast team at that race because we were up there junior lining it, even though it was a fuel mileage race.
It was so great. It was so great. I just could not save enough gas that time. See, I figured it out, Dale, with Daytona. I got to start clutching it way sooner. But anyway, we are going to focus on this race that we're watching now. 10 laps to go. We're definitely starting to see it ramp up here. That outside lane has got some partners now. Richard Thomas leading on the outside. He's got Nico Garcia behind him. Do they have enough numbers and enough energy, Dale?
I don't think so. A little too close to call. But their one advantage right now is that bottom line is getting squirrely as they approach Noah Joyce in the tri-oval.
Poor Noah.
Once again in the
wrong spot.
Yeah, the last couple laps I've seen that bottom line of those top 3, particularly that 59 of Blake Charwick, not being able to maintain, or stay in sync with the other 2, drifting up and down the track, which helps that top line as he goes up to try and block the 77. Just kill a little bit of that line's air a bit.
Good to see our friend Tommy Bordeaux in the chat watching this race. Nice to see you're able to catch this one live.
Hi, Tom.
Turned off the wind tonight.
Ooh, somebody down below the line there. That was Treywick down the backstretch. Coming
That's
to
2 laps in a row. Treywick's been below the line up down the backstretch. He's got to watch that.
Coming to 7 laps to go here at Echo Park.
On board at 77 on the high side.
He's trying to get a push out there. The question is, these guys that are single file on the bottom, which one is going to be brave enough to try and jump up there in that outside line?
I think it's going to be Matt Muir, and he's probably going to take the 01 with him if he can. I don't think he's clear right now.
Yeah, Treywick's up there with no teammates. He's a single car operation in that 56, and he's surrounded by teammates.
Well, I know that feeling. Look, Daytona, Talladega are the worst races. Atlanta, some of the worst races to be a solo independent driver and not have any teammates around you.
That outside lane's getting a little momentum here. They're alongside Rodriguez for 4th. 5 laps to go. Who's going to be celebrating and who's going to be eating the crow? You're welcome, USORL.
Bro,
it's what's for dinner. Somebody's going to eat it. It ain't going to be me. Here they come. 3 and 4. Stafford continues to lead. Matt Muir 2nd. 4 laps to go. Who's going to make the move? The outside lane is falling back now. Oh!
22 gets into 77, 77 gets loose.
Around goes Thomas, into the outside wall hard. And this changes everything. Joey Stefanu, who hasn't missed one yet, unfortunately, that 02 is involved. Antonio Ruiz, also a little collateral damage there at the end. Oh, Stefanu, come on. Get it back on, buddy.
It don't turn good.
It did not turn good.
It don't turn too good.
Here's a look at what just happened. And I thought, what? What? That is, boy, several guys with close calls there. I honestly don't know where we just dropped back to. That was the wrong wreck, sorry. That was the earlier wreck. I was wondering why we were in daylight. There we go. It's just like it looked like it bottomed out or something there. And
He just got I think he just got a bad push from the 8 in the corner, and then after that just could never regain control of the car again.
I don't understand how we didn't have more cars involved there. That was impressive job of driving there by several cars to not make that worse than it was.
Yeah, Davey just skated by.
All right, so there's the last pit stops is these guys back here that you're seeing on the pit lane. They're from Terrian on back, so about 18th or so on the pit lane. To Bronson Stafford. Matt Muir, Blake Trawick, Matthew Rodriguez, Dylan Poteet, your top 5. 3 attempts at a green-white checkered. We'll be coming to the first one here. We're making such good time too. It's only 10:35 on the East Coast right now.
And I think the outside line's gonna have 2 Hula Monkey Motorsports cars lined up, nose to tail.
Yes, you're right. Rodriguez and Muir. That's the wrong graphic. There's the right graphic. Yes. Then Stafford's by himself out here too.
Stafford goes high. The 01 goes high as well.
Now the leader can choose. Everybody else falls in behind him. So I think that was by design by Stafford to take the outside line.
It's a bold strategy. I'm not sure how well that's going to work out. We haven't seen the Highline do super well on restarts all night.
Some radio traffic.
And the John said, let there be lights.
That was when the lights came on, and then when the lights actually came on, we had this.
Why is the track surface Sharpie?
It does have an interesting effect when the lights come on here. So no claim for that yellow. Which again, I don't know if the 77 has a radio either. We haven't heard anything from him all night long, so it may be another situation. But he is in the back, so he may have EOL'd himself. He's back here, and there's only damaged cars behind him.
Don't all these drivers have access to text chat?
Yes, and we can't see that. So, but if they're not responding there either, then and Richard's new, so it may just be a situation where he's just not used to doing that, maybe. But we do remind him in the drivers' meeting every week, so we'll see what the admin crew decides to do.
Set up those hotkeys.
Yes.
The first doesn't like.
You don't like to use that hotkey, but it does help you in situations like this. As we're coming to the end of the 6th caution, green-white checkered attempt number 1. Stafford, Muir, front row, inside line gets no kind of restart as Stafford takes off. Drops to the bottom.
You know, look on the onboard rear camera of Matt Muir. He just didn't get a start. He got an amazing push by Blake, though.
Oh, it sounded like a weird shift there out of the 72 as well. As the outside lane's going to try and get a run here. Kerry Rogers with a push from the 25 of Chad Mikas. DJ Harris in line there, coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Atlanta, and around goes John Peterson. They stay green up front. Kerry Rogers with a push to the outside, trying to get alongside of Trawick, can't get there. Will anybody in the bottom line jump up in front? Third line trying to get going behind him. That's Elwood to the far outside. Stafford leads off turn 4, coming to the checkered. It's gonna be Bronson Stafford to the line first. He wins the Crow It's What's for Dinner 150. Here's the radio traffic at the very end here.
These cars suck.
These cars suck. There we go. All right. Great win for, wow, that's not the right list. We don't have the results quite yet. That was practice finish. So we'll watch Bronson Stafford burn it down here at Atlanta. Bronson Stafford, your winner here tonight. Matt Muir, Blake Trawick, who spun coming across the line, finishes third. Matthew Rodriguez, Dylan Poteet, your top 5. And there they are. I don't know if they planned that or not, but there's your top 5 sitting right there. They're just watching Bronson burn it down. That's new. We've never seen that before. All right. Let's take a look at the unofficial results of the Crow It's What's for Dinner 150 from ECHOPARK Speedway. Bronson Stafford, pretty dominant run, actually, for as much as we had going on. 57 laps led is your winner. Matt Muir second. Blake Trawick third. Kerry Rogers did a great job tonight. Got involved in that earlier incident. Moved up 19 spots, finished 6th. My pick, Michael Murata, at least he's on this board. He didn't finish as well as I would hope, but he did have the fastest lap tonight. Alan Elwood with that late penalty ends up 9th. Not as many lead changes as what we were thinking, guys, tonight, but I think that was just a product of these cars. So, and 6 cautions for 18 laps tonight. A lot of damage out there tonight.
Yeah, unlike, you know, real Atlanta where you could use multiple grooves, multiple lines, it seems like the iRacing version of Atlanta does not have that level of adaptability and choice for these drivers. It really became a low-line fest after a while. You saw repeatedly them trying to make moves. You know, Elwood by himself created a third line late in the race, solo by himself, pulled a little bit of a Kyle Busch-esque move, you know, but that middle line, most race, the high line, could not get going at all.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate we didn't have you could get a second line going to a degree, but you couldn't get it to get up to the lead. And you basically just low-lined all the way around, and that's all you needed to do to stay up front. So, all right, this is not the Track and Truck Series. I'm trying to get that logo fixed, but I can't find where that's at. So we're just gonna we're just gonna do it like this. We're gonna do it live. There you go. Cup. There you go. All right. So, who do we got waiting for us? Dale or Jamie? Who do we got?
Just brought Blake in here, third place finisher in that Ford, in that 56. How you doing, Blake?
Not bad, all things considered.
Okay, who wants to ask the question? There we go. Go ahead, Dale. We never plan this. Go ahead.
we were just talking about the issues with the race. It became a low line fest. Did you enjoy that late in the race where your only option was to stay in line on the bottom line instead of, you know, trying to attempt to go for the race on your own?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. In normal situations, I probably would have raced a lot more aggressive and tried to go up. I just lost my dog last night, and I just wanted a good finish with the car tonight. That's all I was going for. So if just staying in line and just swallowing the pride, going for third was the better option, it was worth it to me tonight. But it was rough staying in the bottom. The outside, previously being here, the outside worked, but man, I did the outside as y'all saw earlier, and I almost took the whole field out. I snapped. So the outside was way different than I'm used to here. So it was interesting.
So now we have an explanation of the paint scheme. So that puts it all in perspective right there. That's a great paint scheme and a great job tonight, Blake. Congratulations on the P3, and we will see you next week.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Blake Treywick, driver of the number 56, brings it home P3 tonight. Go ahead, Dale.
Up next, we got the 72 of Matt Miller. Matt, you got a copy.
I gotcha.
So how did you enjoy the last couple closing laps of this race tonight?
Honestly, more than anything, I am just relieved it's over. Practice was a mess. I did not expect that race to be as clean as it was, and I am so glad the teamwork at the end just all worked to perfection.
See, you brought up practice, and in watching practice, a lot of you guys were able to get all three lines moving and being at equal pace, faster, slower. Like there was a lot of good driving and practice as far as multiple grooves being worked. How come that didn't translate into the race tonight?
I think if you saw practice, I think you'd also see that we could only keep the pack together for a couple of laps before someone pushed too hard or got loose or got screwed by the arrow, and we all kind of natural selectioned ourselves. I think throughout the race, for the most part, I didn't see a whole lot of what was happening back in the pack, but at least at the front, cooler heads usually prevailed. And I mean, by the time it was time to push, it was, overtime anyway.
Yeah, so you got second place. You got want to shout out your sponsors on your car, my guy?
None of these sponsors actually pay me, so no.
10-4. Understandable. Excellent work, Matt. Well, congratulations on the P2. Well earned. Congratulations. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, y'all.
Matt Muir, driving number 72, Hula Monkey Motorsports Machine, brings it home second on the podium tonight. And let's see if we can hear from Victory Lane down there with Bronson Stafford, Dale.
I just brought him into the room real quick. Bronson, can you hear us, my guy?
Hello, hello.
Kind of quiet down there in Victory Lane. That's okay. Well, congratulations on the win tonight. Pretty much, once you got out front, you pretty much were able to control it from there. And we were kind of talking with Matt and Blake about how practice went tonight, and it seemed like you guys could get lanes going in practice, but that just didn't translate over to the race. And once you got out front, nobody could do anything with you.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't really get much practice in the draft. Every time we got going, it would wreck, and I just kind of gave up on it. But I had a little bit of previous NIS experience here and learned a lot, and it basically ran the same way, so I didn't feel too bad about it. And yeah, we got up front, and I feel like they couldn't really get to my bumper anyways, in a way. Like, I always had a gap coming off the corner that was enough that even with a run, they weren't able to get there, so I'm not sure if we were just doing something better in the corner or if, I don't know. It was fast.
There was a couple times I think it would probably have been better for you not to have somebody on your bumper because we had a couple guys spin off them a couple times, especially even one out front. So I think it might have been to your benefit there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Because, yeah, we were fast. It was just really, really fast. The whole team was fast. I mean, we swept the top 5, so.
Yeah, you guys did great out there tonight. Well, except for third. But yeah, you guys.
I was gonna say, Blake's not our teammate, but yeah, Blake was working with us. So
he split it up perfectly for you. First, second, fourth, and fifth. So that was perfect.
Exactly.
All those Toyotas up at the top there. So, well, congratulations on the win tonight, Bronson. Phoenix next week. How do you feel about that one?
I don't know. I liked Phoenix more when I had grass. I think it was a much better track then. But
yes.
I don't know. I'm hoping we can maybe just take the momentum, get a top 10 next week, because still trying to make up points from finishing dead last week. So this helps, but obviously a lot of guys still finished really good. So it's gonna be a long stretch to make up the points to make the chase.
Well, in 2 races, outhouse to the penthouse for Bronson Stafford. He brings it home P1 tonight. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Final thoughts, Dale. What did you think?
The racing was, a bit what I expected per se. Just sad that that, like I said, that high line just was not working. But other than that, hey, if the high line doesn't work and you're able to work the bottom and maintain your lead out front, more power to you. You end up with a dominating finish. With Bronson led 56 laps, 57 laps. Amazing performance, just maintaining his position on those restarts, and especially those late restarts as well.
Yep. Jamie?
Well, it was a much cleaner race than I think any of us expected after seeing practice, but I don't know, this track, this car, it didn't quite give us the combination that I think we were hoping for. It kind of turned into a classic NR super speedway low lining race where you just kind of held position on the yellow line and stay in line and work together, really. So that was a bit disappointing, but kudos to the drivers for keeping it as clean as they did. We expected a lot more accidents out there, and good win to Bronson. We'll move on to Phoenix, which I agree, I wish still had grass. So it'll be really interesting to see all the drivers next week cut through the dog leg, and that'll bring us some chaos too, I'm sure.
Yep, Bronson Stafford now our new best friend with the Phoenix reference. That's great. 4 Toyotas in the top 5, separated by Blake Trawick's Ford in the middle. Then 4 Chevrolets and another Toyota round out the top 10 tonight. Pretty dominant performance by the Toyota Camrys here tonight. Taking a quick look once again at the next 2 weeks here on Fast 29. Next Tuesday night, we'll be at Nashville Super Speedway for the Track and Turf Truck Series. Next Thursday night, we'll be back at the Cup Series with action at Phoenix without any grass. Then the following Tuesday, we'll be at Talladega for the Truck Series. Oh, forgot, Nashville. That's the cutoff race for the playoffs for the first round as well. So we'll see who moves on out of that top 12 as well. But then Talladega will be after that. Whoever gets cut off might end up winning and ruining it for somebody else at Talladega. We'll see what happens. And then Las Vegas in 2 weeks for the Cup Series on July 30th. All those roughly 9:15, 9:10. We're kind of bouncing back and forth between those times. Just kind of just go online, like, subscribe to the channel. We'll go live somewhere around in that range. Sometimes it could be closer to 9:15, maybe early as 9:10. Just stay tuned for that. So definitely thank you guys for joining us tonight. We had a much better quality broadcast tonight than we did at Daytona. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We are still planning on, at some point, if we can get the replay file in good shape, we'll be re-airing the last 5 to 10 laps of the Daytona race from last week. We'll be airing it just like we would be broadcasting it just live, and our commentary over it, and then we'll try to get the top 3 finishers from that as well to tell us what they thought of that race as well. But for now, we're going to sign off. We'll see you guys next Tuesday night for the Truck Series race at Nashville. For Dale Barham, Jamie Zalecki, I'm Chris Pickett. God bless you guys. We will see you next week.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.